You can say I've been an overthinker pretty much my whole life. And what frustrates me the most about it is knowing that I'm capable of so much more, but I can't get out of my head. I will have an amazing idea, something I'm actually excited about, and somehow my brain will get into the way, convincing me that it's stupid, it makes no sense, everybody will hate it, and then it all feels just too overwhelming to even start. But I don't want to miss out on my life anymore. I don't want to watch other people live my dreams. Not too long ago, I came across the quote, "Say yes now, figure it out later." And you can say that I took this quote pretty close to my heart the last couple of months. I started traveling alone, making new friends, taking opportunities when they show up. I'm still overthinking a lot, but I'm just not letting it make my decisions anymore. I mean, well, at least I try. I also don't want to be, mad at myself now for having held myself back like that. But I spend a lot of time, talking to myself and working through all those things and I don't know, showing my anxiety that the things she's worried about, most of the things are not rooted in reality, and we have very much control over all the things I thought will go tremendously bad, And it's really not easy, to all of a sudden be like, oh, now I'm not overthinking anything anymore. Now I'm just literally doing everything without overthinking everything, and that's okay. No, just the fact that you caught the overthinking and that you're aware of it, I think that's worth so much. And then we can just name what we're feeling, look at it and be like, is that real, or are you just trying to protect me right now? Because most of the times I think it's the latter. First thing my brain really likes to tell me whenever I want to do something, maybe a bit bold, maybe a bit out there, you're probably gonna fail. Why even bother? You're probably gonna fail, And the thing is, yeah, of course I might fail. I don't know, I always thought failing is the worst that can happen, but what's even worse than failing? Never having tried it. Straight out of Pinterest. Yeah, it might not work out the exact way, we maybe envisioned, but we can always pivot, But you can always be like, okay, door one didn't work. I'm gonna get out of there, not waste time when I already know it's not working for me, and I'm gonna try another door. At least I'm doing something, at least I'm moving, When we just look at basic math, let's say I really want to do something, I really want to be a content creator, and I'm like, okay, it might not work out, But basic maths, chances are higher that it's gonna work out if I give it a try, because if I don't even give it a try, the chances that it's gonna work out are zero. So basic maths, you can't argue with maths. But besides potentially failing, there's always the social anxiety to it, which for me, to be honest, is probably the biggest out of also. So for me, 100% one of the key things why I didn't do probably most of the things I actually wanted to do is because I was just really scared what other people will think about it. Now retrospectively, I don't know, it sounds so silly. I don't want to minimize, what I felt back in time, because that's just the best I could perceive something back in time. But now I'm like, what? People will think whatever they think anyway, and I can't change that. I don't know, I think I tried a lot to be liked by everybody, to not make too big of a deal of something with my emotions, with my dreams, but in the end, what people think about me has nothing to do with me. Honestly, let them think whatever they think, because it's just so tiring to constantly try to please everybody. How the fuck? And in the end, I can't please everybody, and maybe also I shouldn't. Maybe I should look out more for myself, how I can, focus a little bit on myself. What other people potentially think about whatever I want to do shouldn't be the decisive factor if I do something or not, I think. No. And then last but by no means least, I think this one sits the deepest for me. So whenever I wanna figure something out, I wanna give something a try, my overthinking kicks in and tells me that this is all a waste of time. That, look at everybody else and maybe focus on something more serious. Probably one of the best examples here would be me making content, because I don't know if this is gonna work out. I don't know if I can make a career out of that. I hope so, but I don't know. I can't look into the future. And when I'm spending all day, making videos, editing videos, working on some project, when I don't know the outcome, my brain tells me all the time, why are you wasting time? Look at everybody else doing something, more serious. Why are you doing this? Why are you wasting your time with that? Whatever you do and you like doing it, you feel great doing it, it fulfills fulfills you, it makes you happy. It's never a waste of time. Never. Not if you take like a longer road to go somewhere, like physically, you know, you meet up with somebody, there is a longer road that goes through a park. If that park walk makes you so much happy and so much more fulfilled, it's not a waste of time. It can't be. If it adds up to your happiness, it's your life. Like, obviously it's not a waste of time. If something brings you joy, go for it. Make time for it. It's never a waste of time, and your brain can tell you whatever. So yeah, say yes now, figure it out later. What did we learn? That our brain, you know, as much as we love it and as much as it loves us, sometimes it doesn't show us the full picture. It shows us part of like possible outcomes, but it sometimes, as a way of potentially protecting us, misses out quite a bunch of other things that could possibly happen, like good things. And you know, that's okay. We love our brain anyway, but we just let her know that even if something would happen, then we still got our bags. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna pivot if needed, that we and our brain are safe, and that we are very much allowed to do all the things that we always wanted to do, and to say yes now and to figure it out later. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Always a pleasure to have you around and to hang out with you, and I hope you also enjoyed it. I'll speak to you in a few days, and I can't wait. Bye bye.